again, people. Day 4 of yours truly, Mario and Christy. And today we have some juicy conversation.
Yeah, what do you got? Tell me.
About silence.
That's one thing you hate.
I hate silence. Like, if you ever want to get at me and you're ever like, you know what, I just want to piss her off, ignore me.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing to do.
It's the worst. It is the worst. It is like,
but it's necessary sometimes because, like, if you think about it, it's like, you know, today, perfect example. You know, like, she pissed me off. I don't remember what it was over. Something happened, you know, and it was like,
I got snarky.
Yeah, she can get it. She gets a little spicy.
Like a chihuahua.
You know, but it's just funny because it's like, in the moment, I want to strike, right? So it's kind of like, so I've learned this balance between the fact of like, what's the difference between me striking, right? Like Billy about to growl.
Yeah.
You know, like what's me saying some things? Because what I do know is, as a, you know, especially from my wife, like if I say some things, which I've said some things over the course of 20 years, as you can probably only imagine, is she remembers those things, you know? But I'm saying, but you remember them and they cut deep.
Yeah.
Words cut deep, and that's
deep.
the reality. So you got to be careful about the fact of the tongue, right? The tongue it's sharp. It's, you say some things that you don't mean to say when you're pissed off. So the thing that I've learned over not even that long ago, I'd say over the last few years, is like learning to like, okay, I'm annoyed, I'm pissed off. I'm going to pause for a second. But what's interesting is she knows this. So I'm like, all right. But not pause, because there's a difference between pausing and hiding, meaning like, okay, I'm going to get at her purposely because this is my ego talking now, and pausing and protecting the marriage. Yeah. So for me, when I pause, I'm in most cases, not all the times, but in most cases, I'm trying to protect the marriage. There are some times where, you know, it's the ego too. Like, all right, let me piss her off. But for example, today I wasn't trying to piss her off. I was actually trying to protect the marriage. I know if I would have went back at her, I was going to say some things I probably don't want to say. So I'm like, hey, let me pause for a minute. So pause. Then, you know, she makes her comments, right? So as she's walking away, she'll say, oh, now you want to, what'd you say? You want to go...
Something about going silent.
Yeah, oh, now you want to go silent. So she tries to poke my buttons, and I know what she's doing, but
I know how to poke the bear.
I could be stoic sometimes, like, you know,
stoic.
like just, okay, say what you got to say. I can deal with it. I can handle it. Because I know what's going to happen is 30 minutes later, an hour later, we're going to sit down and have a conversation. We're going to talk through it. We're going to figure it out. Like, what were you talking about? What were you pissed off about? But it's just, again, it goes back to what we were talking about the other day. Like, I feel like most men just hide from an ego, you know, with their ego, hiding from the fact of like, oh, I'm not going to say anything because I want to piss her off, versus protect the marriage. So, and again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. There's times I do it because I want to piss her off, but then there's times I do it because I understand I want to actually protect the marriage and not say some things that I shouldn't say.
Yep.
But you, on the other hand,
that was childhood trauma for me.
She's like, she hates silence.
Hate it. I watched
but
my
she's got to learn to deal with it.
No, I watched my grandfather ignore anybody under the sun that pissed him off for like days, weeks. And I'm like... But
there's a difference between days and weeks and 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
5 minutes feels like days and weeks
yeah, to you, but it's not.
But it does.
That's your story.
It is.
That's your pattern.
It is my pattern. My pattern.
Yeah, that's your pattern.
It is. But at the end of the day, we always get through it, and we always talk, and we always chat. And I think that's the key, is like not sitting in the quicksand for too long. Because if you sit in if you sit in it for too long, you're bound to get freaking stuck. Yeah. And
it's getting stuck. And again, it goes back down to the same thing though. It's like, again, understand why you do what you do. Like we were talking about the other day, it's like I have to understand why I do what I do. Like if I go silent, why am I actually being silent? Mm-hmm. If I get pissed off, why am I getting pissed off, right? I mean, again, I always sometimes think like, why God give me a woman who's super strong? Because I'm strong, you know, but she also knows how to be not strong.
I'm like strong, but I'm delicate.
Yeah, you're strong but delicate, so there's this time, but it's good because I had to expose it like this. Like you see, she wants to try to take control of the conversation.
No, I don't.
You gotta settle her down for a second.
I'm settled.
But no, so like, but I was thinking about this today. I was like, oh man, actually it's interesting because I'm like, oh, because it exposes me. Like, oh, okay, it catches me where I get pissed off over things or I get annoyed over things, and I realize like where sometimes like you're not able to control the emotion. And again, as a married couple, I mean, we're married, coming up on 20 years.
2 decades,
Yeah,
baby.
so 2 decades. So when you think about that, we've been through a lot. We went through a lot. We learned a lot. We kind of
grew
a lot. But where we are today is much different than we were 5 years ago. Where we are today is much different than we were 10 years ago.
And we're not the type where if I get pissed at him, he gets pissed at me. Like, we're just gonna leave the house and not talk to each other like all day or whatever. We don't do that ever.
I wouldn't say ever, but we don't do that anymore.
I mean,
oh, you
I'm
mean
saying
now? Yeah,
currently.
now. Yeah. Have we done that? For sure.
Yeah, that's when I used to slam doors.
Slam doors. I wouldn't talk for days at a time, 2 days, 3 days. I wouldn't say, I don't know if I went 3 days.
2 days, 3 days?
No?
That
Maybe
would be
a day.
torture.
Maybe 2.
No, that would.
I mean, there were days where we were annoyed at each other and we didn't communicate for like 2 days. And when I mean communicate, like we talked, but we were still angry with each other. Like
we would hip check each other in the kitchen on the way to the store.
Yeah, like but so.
Brecky's back.
Brecky's back.
Old faithful.
But I think it's part of the reason why I think one of the things you got to think about too is in a marriage is like, think about where your marriage is today. So Brecky,
yeah,
you're what, 15, buddy? Think about where your marriage is today, right?
Where it's going to be.
Yeah, no. And it's like, think about where, if you are married, it's like, think about when you first got married. It's always like this exciting moment. Yeah. You're excited. You have, you posted this thing about the blueprint. We're super excited. We're super excited about where we're going. But over time and over years and over decades or whatever the case may be, you start to bury one another, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning like, we keep in the same pattern. Neither one of us change. So it's 20 years ago, you're still doing the same
pattern, same stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Same pattern 20 years later, right? I know people who have the same pattern 20 years later where they're pissed off and they hide, or the woman's pissed off and she does this. And it's like the same consistent things that they're doing for 20 years. There's nothing different. Mm-mm. So what happens is little by little, that honeymoon starts to fade away, right? And if you don't change and learn how to die to self, like I had to learn how to get rid of things that I go through. She had to learn how to get through things that she goes through. Meaning like there's things that you can't take to the next season, right? And as you grow, you got to let go of things, especially in a marriage. Like there's no way. It's one of the reasons why you watch people who are married for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years get divorced. Like that's not by accident. This didn't happen just recently. This has been going on for years. The difference is like, I won't say who, I'll protect the name, but somebody who's been married that I personally know that was married for, as well, for 35 years. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's just like, he gives the divorce paper. Well, he didn't decide 35 years later. He decided almost 15 years, 20 years ago, he said, but he just dealt with it for 15 or 20 years. I think that's where most marriages are. You got 50, 60% of them that end in divorce, and then the other percent of them probably just
don't like each other.
I wouldn't say don't like each other.
Don't love each other.
They just deal with it. They put up with it. They don't grow. They stay the same person. They blame one another.
That becomes stagnant. And I think that all leads to like, honestly, something I was thinking about today is like the present, like the gift of life is in the being present. It's like when you're able to be present with your loved one, like your husband or your wife or whatever. And like he knows now more than ever, how do you disarm me?
Presence.
Yeah, but how?
What do you mean?
How do you disarm me? If I'm like nuclear crazy, which I rarely get like that. Boom.
Yeah.
Just when he hugs, I'm telling you, it's like nothing ever went wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, think of how easy that is. If you could tap into understanding your person so to the T that you know how to disarm them when they're ready to go wild. And I should stop saying nuclear and all that because people are going to think I'm crazy. And I'm really not crazy.
Listen, we are a little crazy. I mean, that's the reality. I think most of us try to act like we're not, especially on Instagram. I won't go there too much, but it's like, most of it's fake. Let's be real, So there's a reality to the truth of like, I'm a little crazy. You're a little crazy. We're all a little crazy, but I can tame my crazy. That's the difference. You can tame your crazy.
I can tame your crazy.
Yeah. So. Anyway.
Lots of words. Got them. So anyway, the present is in the presence, and learn how to tame your loved one.
Yeah. Tame them.
Tame them. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
You gotta hit the X.
I can't reach.